Everyone's expecting him to get fired on the spot, but instead, Mulally starts clapping. Let's look at a real-world example of what happens when you break this cycle. So picture this. It's 2006, Ford is losing $17 billion. And yet, in every single leadership meeting, every single chart is green. It was a culture of what you'd call terminal niceness. Nobody wanted to be the one to deliver bad news. Then the new CEO, Mulally, shows up. An executive named Mark Fields finally puts up a red slide, showing a problem with the big launch. The room goes dead silent. Everyone's expecting him to get fired on the spot. But instead, Mulally starts clapping. That one single act shattered the culture of silence and kicked off Ford's legendary turnaround.
This nice culture also creates a kind of hidden tax on your best people. Think about this for a second. The top 5% of your team can produce 26% of the total output. At the same time, your managers are spending 26% of their time, that's over 10 hours a week, dealing with low performers, mostly because they're avoiding the one direct conversation that actually needs to happen.
The author Kim Scott, she gives this pattern a name: Ruinous empathy. She tells a story about an employee she had, a guy named Bob. She really liked him. He was a great guy, charming, funny, but he was absolutely terrible at his job. And because she cared about him and wanted to be nice, she avoided telling him the hard truth for months. Of course, in the end, he had to be fired anyway, and he was completely blindsided. Her niceness was actually cruel.
And you know, sometimes the stakes are so much higher than just a single job. At Boeing, a culture of concealment where engineers were afraid to bring bad news to their bosses contributed to the 737 MAX disasters that killed 346 people. At Wells Fargo, a pressure cooker environment combined with a total failure of leadership to confront the truth that led to millions of fake accounts being created. This is what happens when nice goes catastrophic.